Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans. Today we're closing out our paycheck budget from our April 4th paycheck. So I'll just go ahead and jump right into that. So for our income, mine was as expected at $1333.95. My husband's at $1540.89. So my mileage reimbursement was $441.49. The roundups from when we put cash back in to cover card expenses was $2.58. We $200 in some reselling stuff and $40 in a completed savings challenge. So that puts our inflow at $3,558.91. Someone had asked a question and I responded in the comments, but I did want to address it briefly. If the amount that we budget is our paychecks after federal and state taxes come out. And so this is the net amount of our paychecks. That's the amount that goes in after everything comes out. So we both obviously have federal and state taxes come out of that. We both pay into retirement with that. We live in the state of Iowa. Both of our jobs pay into IPERS, if you're familiar with that. So we pay into IPERS. I have health insurance premiums that comes out of mine for myself, a single plan. And then I have like a short-term disability policy and an accident policy that come out of my second paycheck, which is why the second paycheck is less than the first, because I make the same amount of money. Those policies specifically just come out once a month, where obviously taxes come out both paychecks and my health insurance premiums come out both paychecks. So if that makes sense, great. If you have any more questions about that, I'm pretty much an open book. Okay, so we'll just move on down to our expense or our fixed expenses then. So donation is first, and I actually increased that. So $80 is to one organization that I donate to each month, and then I added another organization that I donated, and with I set up a monthly donation. It is with the processing fees and whatever, it is $53.80. So $53.80 plus $80 is $133.80. So that'll be increased going forward. Our utility bill, or the REC is our electric. That was $323.27. I do expect that to decrease now as we're finally certainly not running the air conditioning at all. Car insurance, I set aside $325. Those premiums, car and homeowners insurance, come due in November, so I don't have the amount for that, but I save that and set it aside for a 6-month premium. Life insurance is $131 per paycheck. XM radio we pay for in one vehicle, that's $648. $40 goes to my kids' insurance. Half of our internet bill is $25 that I set aside. Our school lunch bill was $50.80 after they took out the fundraising amount for through the Raise Right program. Amazon Prime, $7.48 for a month. Kindle Unlimited was $12.83. Disney and Hulu, that ended up being $10.69 because I canceled the additional whatever for ESPN Plus because it did not have anything that I wanted, and then I actually canceled this, so that will not be an expense that we have going forward. HP Instant Ink is $5.29, and then my half of the garbage bill is $51. Something that we added in here, I think oh, no, I lied. Holy buckets. This is wrong. I got in the wrong column. Gosh, I'm sorry. The school lunch bill was $120 and 13 cents because the the raise rate funds get added once a month, and they get deposited into the school's account on October 6th. So I didn't have it for this. This is just the bill. $120.13. And then I did add YouTube TV. I decided I was tired of not being able to watch any of my sports. So that is $78.10 for the initial month, and we'll just see how that goes going forward if that's something that I decide that I want to continue doing. I do it every once in a while, and that's just kind of how it is. Okay, so adding up our fixed expenses. Didn't mean to add 100. All right, so that leaves our fixed expenses at $12.77, which then leaves us with $2,288.84 left to budget. Come on down into our variable expenses. Our groceries, we pulled $280. Eating out, we pulled $100. Oh, the trip. So I was going to pull cash just to save. I ended up paying for the final hotel night that I need. There's 2 days in a hotel at like the conference that I'm going to, and then I'm going to do some traveling and spend one night in a hotel right by the airport to come back the next morning. So that one night in a hotel was $116.14, and I just cash flowed that. $60 for drinks. $139.02 was allowance. So I took my husband's $70, and then I had a $69.02 purchase that I just took from allowance and didn't take any cash out. $0 for work meals. We did $15 towards car wash. The bill for diesel for my husband's truck was $97.82. Donuts was $12. Okay, so then there is I'll just put it over here. Miscellaneous, and then we'll do it that way. And gas. Okay, so I actually do think I ended up, $820.28. I ended up with some rollover, I think, from eating out, from drinks, not from groceries, eating out and drinks, and maybe from donuts. I had rollover, but I didn't even count what came from what. So I'm just going to count it where I had it originally, but just know that some of those things did get rolled over because they were unused. $1468.56 is what we have left to budget. Moving on up into sinking funds. So for our sinking funds, I did put $25 into Christmas, as I plan to with every paycheck. I put $80 into our LP sinking fund to save for winter heating costs. $93 went into the travel sinking fund, the kind of electronic 100 envelope challenge that I'm doing. $20 into the kids' online sinking fund for gas. So I did $0 into the gas sinking fund. I'll explain that in a minute. Vehicles was $25. $53 went into our emergency fund for the 52-week challenge, actually finishing the 52-week challenge. Woo woo. Nothing went into the medical sinking fund. I pulled that. $0 went into tattoos. $160 got put away for next summer's summer daycare. And then into our cash envelopes went $451. That entire reselling $200 went in there. which means that $907 went into sinking funds. And if I subtract that from the $1,468.56 that was left to budgets, that leaves me with $561.56 as we move down into other. So buffer, basically when I was done at the end of everything and the end of the pay period, I took $317 and put it in the buffer because that's just what was left from the paychecks after I rounded up and all of that stuff. So that is that total. And then I messed up. I'm going to make a note, $23. Okay. I'll explain that in a second. So then miscellaneous. I have one line of miscellaneous here that is $49.81, and I have stickers and sticker paper. So I bought some printable stickers and sticker paper, and then I made my own stickers. And then gas. So instead of putting gas in our sinking fund, we have a full gas tank, the tank that we fill, and we haven't been using it. I have been buying gift cards to our local, like it's a Quick Star, and getting gas from there because I can get them through that fundraising app or program that I talked about through our school that ends up, earning money that goes back towards my kids' lunches. So on those, I spent $491 and 58 cents. Just put on gift card, a Quick Start gift card. I have one and my husband has one, and we can fill up with those anyway. So it's not gas that we used, but it's prepaid gas, just in a different way. It's not sitting in a sinking fund anymore. It's on a prepaid gift card. So if we add that up, 317 plus 49.81 plus 491.58 leaves us at $544.56. So if I subtract that from 561.56, that would leave me with negative 17, which is incorrect. So I'm going to add 23 to that. Or no, that would leave me with 17. Sorry, the negative was just whatever. So, but I need to add 23 to that, which leaves me with $40. The reason I need to add 23 to that is because I totally made a mistake over here on the car insurance, and I needed to cut somewhere, and I do think I'll be okay with what I have in my insurance sinking fund. So that was actually $302 when I needed to cut a few dollars from some places, probably to cash flow that trip. I took that and I only put $302 there. So this number, everything is off this $23 because I forgot that I did that. So when I add the 17 plus the 23, that's where I get the 40. So then I come down here and $40 is left. And that is what I put for an extra debt payment on the HELOC. So that leaves 40 in our extra debt category, which does leave us with a zero-based budget. So that is our October 4th paycheck, where the money went for everything, and how it came out in the end. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you being here, and until next time.